ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video, we're going to be testing out the brand new Festival King and Demon Hendrickson combo in global PvP. And I'm very curious to see how they perform, because there's a lot of characters like Halloween Gotha, and also the King of Fighters collab characters that weren't present in the game at the release of King and Hendrickson on the Japanese version. However, we've almost certainly got a player here. The CC is pretty damn big. So yeah, I'm curious to see what happens in this match, man. This should be a very interesting one. And it's been like a few months since I've played this team, but first turn, you always want to go for like the triple debuff play, because when you have two debuffs on the opponent, then they can't remove them using recovery skills. When you've got three, then it drains one ult gauge at the start of their turn. So it flips to the opponent's turn now, and drains one ult gauge off all three of them. However, with Zeldris' commandment here, he can just like move around cards to get rid of them on every single character. And I think he's gone for the droll move and then, yeah, disabling my debuff skills. That's a really, really smart play. But here we can punish the Zeldris a fair bit. And also, can we get Hendrickson's ult as well? We can start to rush toward that. Does he have any ult drain if we kill Zeldris? Sure, I don't think we can get Hendy's ult with Zeldris' commandment in play. So yeah, I think we go for this. I'm just going to go for the merger as well. Actually, I can just like move around cards if I needed to, what is it, get rid of certain debuffs. But I think that was still the right play to go for. Oh man, almost got that Zeldris down. Very close. Again, King does hit like a bit of a truck. But this is definitely an interesting match though. Is he going for Droll's ult? Maybe? Yeah, he is. Okay, he's trying to burn the Liz down as well. We don't have... Actually, we do have the debuffs to drain Droll. Okay, yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. So yeah, let's go for the triple debuff play here. Let's get the poison up. Doesn't really matter what order. So yeah, we should be good. And Ghost is going to drain our... what is it, King? So yeah, we unfortunately can't get the ult, but we can still control Drolls. For now, anyway. Next turn might be a little bit of a different story if he moves around a card and then rushes back to ult again. I guess he actually can't do that now that Zeldris is dead. So yeah, I think at this point we got it pretty locked, right? It's an interesting match, man. There's certainly a lot to think about. Okay, nice. So he's locking out the debuff plays there. However, we've now got like so much damage. Debuffs are pretty fresh. We're not guaranteed to get Droll down, but we can guarantee that we get Gotha down. So yeah, I think we go for that play in comparison, because like Droll's still going to get drained, so it doesn't really matter too much. We also get toward Hendrickson's ult as well. Dude, maybe I should have just gone for Droll there. That was a really, really big hit. Even into disadvantage. I still think it was the right play going for Gotha, though. But maybe I'm going to be wrong on that one. Yeah, gets rid of the drain as well, so I quite like it. Because then next turn we can ult on both King and also Hendrickson. Right, what debuff are we missing here? So we're missing the bleed, so I think we move this around. Actually, we can't do that anymore. Oh, dude, he's actually just, like, fully locked me out here. Damn, bro. Impressive. Right, I think we move this. Yeah, I'm about to get clapped by that Droll ult, actually. Maybe I should have gone for that Droll. Why is Droll too good? Okay, we should be fine here regardless. We still got the cheat death? I think King's so tanky that he survives anyway, so we are chilling. Like, Droll's ult's pretty good, but it's not quite at that, like, Lost Vein level or King's level. So yeah, what we can do now is if we fire off King's ult, then, yeah, King's ult is crazy, man, because you've got, like, initial damage on it, then plus also damage that's known as Abyss damage as well. So yeah, that works out pretty well. Let's also go for this play and then this. Should be enough. Hendrickson's single target ult is fantastic. So yeah, King's Ult, I've got it 6/6, it deals damage to everybody, but then it deals 60% of that damage, again, at the start of the next turn. So yeah, it just echoes, and then it deals that damage again at the start of the turn after. So yeah, as soon as it like flips to the opponent's turn now, it's going to deal that damage, and Greenmore almost died there. It deals more damage based on, what was it, the total damage it dealt the first time. So it deals the most damage when, dude, if I just like pass this turn here, then it should, yeah, it should KO, I think. But yeah, it deals the most damage when you got like 3 or more targets. But there we go, just to give you an example of how King's Ult works there. Again, there's definitely like a lot to take in with this team, so if it's your first time seeing it, it can be a little bit confusing. Because, yeah, there's just so much going on with the debuffs and interactions, especially against, like, a Droll and Zeldris team, man. That was a bit of an intense matchup, but a very good one for the initial showcase. But this team is somewhat reliant on ideally going first in order to succeed, because if it does go second, then if you put up a Goddess Liz shield, this team has a really tough time breaking through it to apply its debuffs. So yeah, it can be a little bit tricky if you do end up going second, but we're going first here, so we should be pretty good. Let's go for a polite bow, see if we do get anything back from this person. Let's go for the poison. Actually, which one's the least valuable? Yeah, let's just go for this, actually, I think. I certainly hope this is a player. There's maybe a chance it's not, but it'll still give us a nice little warm-up match against this team. But again, the great thing is, once you get those debuffs on, it just immediately rolls back the ult gauge as soon as it gets to the opponent's turn. So the bot very often is just going to go for a King Cleanse, or some players actually might do that as well, that haven't like looked too much into how Festival King does work. Then we got some pretty good plays on the follow-up. I'm just trying to think what would be the ideal thing to do here. I think we just punch into Goddess Liz 3 times, start, you know, putting the pressure to control King on him. Actually, this might get Liz down here because it triggers the revive. Is this going to be enough, actually? Those King punches, man, they do a lot of work. They're really, really good. And then we've got King's Ult here, so I think he has a merged Petrify in hand. I may be incorrect, though. But yeah, the bot sucks against this team, man. Because it just always tries to cleanse the debuffs that it can't cleanse. Okay, so that's only a 1-turn Petrify there, so... If we go for... What am I missing? I'm missing the bleed, right? Yes, I think we go for that play. And then... I don't think it really matters too much here, so I think we just go for this and get Liz's ult as well. Because I'm just trying to think, like, we definitely drain the Lost Vein Meliodas, so I think Stunning King is probably the best option here. Perfect. Actually, maybe Stun and Lost Vein would have been a bit better. I'm just trying to think, does, it's just been a while since I've played this team. Does King's, like, what is it? Debuff lock out the Stun Cleanse on Lost Vein? I think it does, but I may be incorrect. But yeah, we'll test that in a upcoming matchup if we do get the opportunity here. So yeah, we got a pretty nice line into Lost Vein and Merlin, so I think we just go for a max damage here. We can definitely, yeah, what is it? Drain the Lost Vein as well. So there's a little bit you need to pay attention to playing this team, just in terms of like managing keeping your debuffs on the opponent. As long as you're on track of that, like Lost Vein's going to die at the start of next turn. Merlin might die as well. Oh, dude, very, very close. But yeah, the fun thing is we can just like move around Liz cards and win. Because, yeah, Merlin's just going to die from the echo damage there. So again, that was a little bit of a less stressful matchup, just to show you guys how That one's working out. Let's just move this around. And again, flips to the opponent's turn. Abyss is still active. And also, while this Abyss effect is active off the ultimate, King also takes reduced damage. So it's kind of like Lost Veins ult, that if you let Festival King get off his ultimate, you've lost the game. 100%, man. Or almost 100%. Unless it's like a really low level Festival King ult. If it's maybe like 1-6-2-6 in some scenarios, you might be able to come back with the right setup. But if it's a 6-6 Festival King, it's just game over. Especially if he's, altered into 3 characters and has like the full Abyss damage bonus. Because again, we haven't seen like maximum echo damage. But dude, this is definitely a player here. So let's go for a polite bow, see if we do get anything back. And let's start off with the Hendrickson or King. Actually, yeah, let's start off with the Hendrickson bleed. And then this, I think, is the order we want to go down. And you're hoping that like Hendrickson doesn't crit, because King is like almost guaranteed to crit every time to upgrade the Lost Vein. Oh my gosh. Hendrickson is very often going to get that crit as well. So this is the retaliation that you normally have to deal with on the first turn. But he is going to need to... what is that? I guess he can start. He can upgrade and stun on Liz, but I want to put the pressure on with Hendrickson. Actually, you might be able to get Hendrickson down here. Oh, yeah. Gotha makes Lost Vein hit so much harder. So he's a real problem. I think we can get... But again, he hasn't gone for Drain here, very foolishly. So now we can rush 2 ults. If we chuck up a Hendrickson card, doesn't really matter which one. I think I should go for the Shock here. Let's go for the Shock, and then let's go for the stun on Lost Vein. I just want to go for the Shock just to maximize the amount of lifesteal I get, because the really good thing about both Hendrickson and Festival King is they have massive amounts of lifesteal. They're characters that can bounce back really nicely. So now the play that he wants to go for is, if he's got upgrade double stun, he's in a really great spot. If he doesn't, then we've won. But judging by the confidence, I think he's probably got upgrade double stun, man. You know, I mean, it's... Yeah, there's actually a pretty good chance he does have that. Okay, so he's going to stun the Liz there? Interesting. Right, let's go for... Who do we want to kill here? Gotha? I think we want to kill Liz. Actually, no, we can finish off Liz with this play. And then I think we can actually get Lost Vein down here as well. So yeah, if... apply the bleed... Punch Liz... Trigger the revive, and then we ult the Lost Vein with Hendrickson, I think is the play to go for here. It took me a minute to figure that one out, but yeah, I think that was a pretty solid play. I'm quite happy with that one. And then Gotha has mad debuffs. Liz's ult is still a threat. So yeah, there we go. Opponents forfeit the match. But yeah, that was a really cool match. Alright, so let's check out our next opponent. I really hope this is a player, man. Yeah, definitely a player with that combat class. So we got Kyo, Lost Vein, and Gotha here. There's a lot of damage output, man. This could be a very interesting match on the clapback if we double upgrade Lost Vein. And again, there's a really, really high chance to. I know I don't need to worry about evasion food here because the CC is so high. Let's have a look. Okay, we didn't upgrade Lost Vein. That's fantastic. If we did, we would have maybe been in a little bit of trouble there. Because he probably would have had enough damage output to kill Hendrickson. Yeah, I think there's, like, this team could be quite good for clapping back. But King's still, like, he's still really hard to take down, I think, with these two. Because King's a beast, man. He's so friggin' tanky. But Hendrickson is doing work. Okay, nice. We triggered the revive there. I think we just get Lost Vein down at this point. Yeah, I think I go for this play. Like, the thing is as well, he's got no... God, maybe this is a bit of a mistake. It's a bit of a greedy play, this one, in all fairness, but I think it may be the right one to go for. I was just thinking he's got, like, no ult drain, but if he can, like, kill that king, he's really unlikely to kill that king. And if he can't kill that king, then I've just won the entire game. So it was a bit of a cheeky play. I could have gone for something a little bit safer, you know, followed up with a stun to lock down the Lost Vein. But then I thought he might have the opportunity to throw pumpkin bombs and then start getting me under control. Maybe make some sort of crazy comeback with all the lifesteal that Lost Vein and Kyo have access to. So yeah, it's unlikely. Oh my god, dude, that was way too close. Yeah, I think we're pretty good here now, man. I think we're pretty good here. So yeah, there's no cheat death. I'm gonna chuck off King's ulti. Everybody gets wiped. Like, even if they don't get wiped from it, like, the start of the next turn, the Abyss damage should be pretty substantial. See if we can pay attention to that. Let's have a bit of a look here. And there we go. 54,000. The thing is, if I double upgraded, what is it, Lost Vein there on the first turn, he actually might have had enough damage to, what is it, get King down? Because the cleave damage would have been a little bit more. So yeah, that could have definitely turned out a little bit differently depending on the RNG there. I think let's go for... Oh, yeah, we can't apply any debuffs to Escanor, man, so we're not really in a great spot here, are we? And he'd already triggered the revive as well, so yeah, that could have been a very different matchup. The good news is we still have the Abyss damage on King, and I think while the Abyss effect is active, we also take 50% less damage on King as well. So he's going to be a bit of a mega tank here. But mad love to Bacon CB for a really good match. Dude, look at that Escanor, man. He got nuked by that Abyss Echo. Right, it's going for Hendrickson here. Hendrickson, yeah, I think it's probably the best one for him to go for. Actually, maybe Liz would have been. I think, like, any way he went there, he just would have died anyway. So yeah, I think we're chilling for the most part. Let's just put up these debuffs on King and go for double punch. And yeah, we're good to go. But mad love to Bacon, again, that was a really, really cool matchup. And I think shows just how threatening some of the King of Fighters collab characters can be to Festival King. Like, Kyo definitely fights back well with certain teams, like Omega Rugal, especially in geared. Like, Pierce is very, very good against this team. Omega Rugal is a very bad time for Festival King. So yeah, I think there's like a lot more characters that were released a bit earlier in the release cycle that are going to make King a little bit less dominant when it comes to global PvP. But if you are using him and you do get to go first, again, most of the time, I think you're going to be in for a pretty good shot. Okay, now we got a rematch versus Bacon here. This could be interesting, man. Again, we don't have the craziest... Actually, this start could work out really, really well. Are we going to give him, like, the triple upgrade, though? I'm actually really interested to play this one again, because I think I got a little bit lucky the first time. I guess Hendrickson, he doesn't like have the highest crit chance in the world. It's just there's such a good chance that Lost Vein does get crit out of one of the two cards. Okay, we can't rush King's ult this time as well. And again, we don't have any ignite removal, so that Kyo is going to become a big threat quite quickly. So I think in the case of this one, we probably want to shield up on Liz next turn and start making some work on that Kyo. I think if we go for... do we want to shield up on Liz? Do I even need to do that? See, here's what I'm thinking for the play. I think I'm just going to go for it, actually. Maybe this is a bit of a poor play. Actually, no, I'm happy with that one, man. It worked out well. We didn't upgrade the Lost Vein Meliodas. We got, like, loads of lifesteal. Again, that's something that you want to utilize on this team, is just a huge amount of lifesteal. But Lost Vein, you know, if he's got the right go-through upgrades, can still very much snipe that Hendrickson. So Hendrickson is probably going to die. But I thought it would be a nice little threat for him. And we can save the Liz stuns for when we need him. But yeah, Hendy's 100% dead here. 100% dead? He's got a Lost Vein card. What card is it? Single target? Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Lost Vein Milligator still hits like a friggin' truck, boys. But at least we refresh the Hendrickson debuffs. That's a pretty good time. Okay, here I think we go for this play. And then do we just want to stun? I think we want to stun here. That should kind of line it up, I think. Yeah, that stun was definitely the right play there. I'm thinking, like, at the end of his turn, now Lost Vein and Gotha are probably going to die from the damage over time debuffs. So that then just leaves Escanor. Actually, Gotha got a fair bit from the recovery rate there. Plus, he might be able to lifesteal a bit. So, yeah, I might still need to take that Gotha down. But we've also now got the drains from Merlin in play. Oh, dude, that's a gold. Oh, dude, maybe my Liz is getting clapped here, bro, boys. Yeah, she dead, man. She dead. Escanor on the back line, certainly very interesting. But I think here we go for this, and then we got a drain on that Escanor, man. It's got to be done. So yeah, Lost Vein should die here. It's going to put a bit more pressure on Gotha, but Gotha, especially the green version, his regeneration is really, really good. So he's going to get like a massive chunk. Again, 9,000 is pretty good in ungeared PvP. He just needs to keep up the drains on me. Because if he doesn't use that card, then yeah, he's in a bit of trouble. Oh, gosh. Okay, the thing is, if I can finish off that Gotha this turn, and then drain Escanor after, we should be good here. There's a pretty good chance to kill. Okay, nice. Get a huge amount of lifesteal. His lifesteal is like almost 50% of his damage as well. Yeah, let's see what he merges into. Okay, he didn't get a lucky merger. That's great news for us. So if we can fire off the Salt and just keep him drained, we should be in a really good spot here. But mad love to Bacon CB again. These have been some fantastic matches. He's played really well. And he's got a team that I would say is quite strong against what I'm running at the moment. But he hasn't been far off a win both of the times. They've been very close matches. So yeah, very, very worthy opponent. Oh no, he removed my Abyss. Oh dude, that's a good play, man. Good play. I think here we want to go for shield and then drain. I think so. He could just merge into something to remove the shield. But I also kind of like this play because it creeps up Merlin's ult gauge nicely. The thing is, like in a 1v1 versus Merlin as well, he's very unlikely to ever be able to get off his ult. And I think here we just got to go for this card. Yeah, I think the poison card's a little bit better. Actually, maybe I should have gone for the other card. Slightly more damage off that. But now, it's just game at this point. Yeah, I'm not too sure there was a scenario, even if you went for the Merlin. I think Merlin was the one he kind of had to go for if he wanted to try and clutch the win there. I think anyway, with all the ult drains, because again, if you try 1v1 Merlin, man, that ult drain is just so incredibly powerful that, yeah, she just stomps most of the time. But yeah, that was a really cool match, so mad love to Bacon and also everybody that we end up finding today's showcase video. Again, Festival King, I think, is still really, really strong when it does come to global PvP. However, he's not as dominant as he was at the release on the Japanese version, just due to the King of Fighters characters and also Halloween go through as well, because they provide a lot of combinations that allow you to fight back against Festival King. And there's also a lot of, you know, interesting older counters such as like Gallant, Estarossa as well. So yeah, I think he's going to be a really interesting interesting addition to the global PvP meta, but not absolutely dominant like he was on the Japanese version for like the first like almost month of release. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy today's video, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.